My live just stopped for some reason. I don't know. But as I was saying before, you're going to end up feeling kind of stuck if you keep doing this. Yeah. You have a little bit of resentment taking place. All right, so Libra, you are not, I'm going to tell you right now, you're probably not going to like what I have to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. So, so your imbalance and your inability to find the balance that you seek, Libra, is because you do continue to delegate your power away. You continue to kind of, you want other people to do it. So it's like whatever it is, it's almost like you may be feeling tired or worn down, or you may feel like you're overwhelmed in some ways, but because you're in this space of fatigue and it's your honesty, like, you know, this is your truth. You keep trying to find ways for other people or other spaces to handle what you need to handle. And you do that with the expectation that it's going to bring you balance, and it just ends up destabilizing you. But you keep doing this, you keep like going through the same cycle. You keep doing this because I keep hearing it's what you know. It's what you know. And what it ends up doing is it's almost like you delude yourself into thinking that this is a new beginning because you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, which can, the Queen of Wands in reverse can be someone who is, especially in this particular case, it could be someone who is kind of, I don't want to say delusional, but it's like you have this expectation that just isn't realistic with your policy, the way you're doing it. So like, it's like, okay, it would almost be like planting an apple tree, but expecting oranges instead, if that makes sense. It's like, if you want oranges, you have to plant an orange tree. If you want apples, you have to plant an apple tree. You do not get apples from an orange tree. You do not get oranges from an apple tree. But you keep planting apple seeds, expecting oranges, if that makes sense. So your message is from the Rebel deck is, you are the best thing that ever happened to you. Go easy on your ass, buy your own damn drink. So whether you drink or not, that's not the point. The point is, excuse me, stop expecting other people to, and I'm going to just say this as it comes to me, stop expecting other people to place a value on you when you know your own value, you know your own worth. The best thing that anybody else could do is try to put a price on your value, and they are not the same thing. So with that being said, stop delegating your power out to people, and you'll actually get the balance that you seek. Stop expecting other people to bring balance into your life and provide for you what it is that you could provide for yourself. And that could be anything. That could be money, that could be security, that could be stability, that could be emotional fulfillment, whatever it is. But whatever it is that you are trying to acquire, you have to stop looking outside for it and know that it is inside of you, and tap into it on the inside and get to it. Like, that's what it is. All right? All right, so moving on, because I have a feeling that's not going to be the first time this thing cuts off on me, but we're going to try to make it through it, through the rest of it. All right. All right. So next up we have Aquarius. Yes, no, or maybe for Aquarius, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Aquarius, please. For those of you who are wondering what happened to the Gemini reading, it's on the first live feed. My phone cut off a second ago in the middle of Libra's read. So, and I may actually go back and, if I can make it all the way through the rest of them, I might just go back and do a bonus read for Gemini and just add it to this video. Ooh. All right, Aquarius, you got the World. It did come out in reverse. The major arcana, number 12. The World is representative of cycles coming to an end. It is also a no card. So whatever you are asking for, it's supposed to be a no. I'll put it like that. The card did come out in reverse. So there's that possibility that it could be something that you are resisting. Like you are resisting allowing it to close so that another cycle can begin, because that is what the World is about. It's about closing out one cycle so another one can begin. But because it was in reverse, you may be holding on to this in a way that may not necessarily be too healthy for you. It is also the 21st major arcana in the deck. 2 and 1 is 3. There could be an extra party in this situation. I'm also getting the distinct feeling, vibe, but I'm getting the distinct impression that you are the devil. You are holding on to something out of spite or ego, Aquarius. You're holding on to this because letting go may admit some form of defeat. However, this is not something that you want. This is not something that's going to bring you happiness. This is something could very well have to do with love. I'll read it. I'll read it as I see it. Okay. So Aquarius, this could definitely have something to do with a relationship. You have the Ace of Cups in reverse. You have the Knight of Wands in the upright. And then you have the King of Swords in the reverse, which King of Swords, I believe, is Libra. No, that is your card, Aquarius. So this could be your energy, Aquarius, but you are, and if it is, I'll read it as such. So actually, I'm not even going to say if. I'm very sure this is, because the King of Swords in reverse is a very irrational person. They do tend to how can I put it? They do tend to do things out of a place of ego and potential power trip. And you have a lot of cards here that represent stuck energy, Aquarius. You've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. You've got the King of Swords in the reverse. You've got Death in the reverse. That's a lot of stuck energy, because this shows that you are unwilling to change. You're unwilling to change your mind. You're unwilling to change your focus. You are dead set on making something work, and the universe is telling you this is done. Like, it's not going to go the way you want it to go. But you absolutely refuse to see that. You absolutely refuse to acknowledge that, even if you do see it. You think you can heal this. You think you can, and you are determined to heal it. But here's the thing. So you see this moon, you see the moon, and you see the wolves back there. This is you, Aquarius, trying your hardest not to see what you know is there. And it's almost the energy of what you don't know can't hurt you, except for it is what you know will hurt you even if you try to ignore it. You're trying to, you could be dealing with somebody here that is a player, not really stable. They kind of come in and out of your life, or, you know, the situation itself is not stable. And you know this. You know that you can have better stability. You know that you can have more integrity. You know that this is not it. But for some reason, like, you don't even, you got the Ace of Cups in reverse. You don't even have a real desire for this anymore. This is not and even if it was a love situation at some point, it's like, this is not about love. This is about ego. This is about pride. You will not let go because of your pride. And I'm telling you, Aquarius, you need to let that go. You do. You need to move on from that, because whatever you're wanting out of this situation, whatever you are expecting to happen out of this situation, it's not going to happen. And you can't force it to happen. You can't, no matter how hard you try to stay in this situation, no matter how hard you try to heal whatever wounds have already been set out in this situation, this is a done deal. Yeah. And your rebel oracle is, if you are pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. Make better fucking choices. You are doing this to yourself, Aquarius. Whatever it is that's frustrating you, whatever it is that you are, that's not working for you, you're doing it to yourself. Let it go. Be done with it. You know, take the L, whatever it may be, and just move the fuck on. Move the fuck on. Okay? Speaking of moving TF on, we are doing just that. We're going to move on over to the earth signs now. Starting with Virgo. Please give me a card for Virgo. Please give me a card for Virgo. Yes, no, or maybe for Virgo, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Virgo, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Virgo, please. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. I know right now there's nobody in here on the live chat, but when you see it later on, please just do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. I would so appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Virgo. Oh, my nose is itching. All right, Virgo. You got the Star. It also came out in reverse. You could be losing hope on something. But the Star itself is a yes. But as I said before, you could be losing hope on something. You could be making a decision to walk away from something. But this is not a clear-cut decision for you. It's not something that makes you happy. It's not something that you necessarily want to do. But you may feel like you need to do it. Yeah. You got the Worlds in the upright, endings of a cycle. Maybe at one point this was your wish fulfillment. This was your hope. Whatever this situation is, it was your desire to see it come to fruition. But There was just too much conflict here. Yeah, there was too much stagnancy. There was too much I'm hearing too many rejections. Too many rejections, too many mind games, too many third parties. So this is over. This is over. This is definitely, I'm feeling it as a love situation. It could have something to do with a job, but it doesn't really feel that way. But whatever you're inquiring about, Virgo, yeah, it's over. It's a done deal. Strength in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. Be careful, Virgo. Be careful. You may be going on, or someone in relation to this situation may be going on a binge. Somebody has been broken down. You got the Strength in reverse. Somebody has been just worn out. Just, you know, they're done. They're fed up. They're tired. There could have been a tremendous amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Not ego, but definitely a tremendous amount of overindulgence. Like, and then you've got the King of Wands in reverse. So someone could have been out here just, you know, doing the most. They could have been, you know, giving out false emotions, saying things or presenting themselves as having feelings that they don't have. The King of Wands in the reverse with the Nine of Cups in reverse, that's a very manipulative energy. That's an energy of someone who will, they will smile in your face and they will act like it's all love. Y'all could be, you know, sitting around breaking bread together, drinking together. You know, this is somebody who presents themselves as a friend or an ally, someone who has the resources and has the ability to be all the things that you want them to be, but they choose not to be that way. They choose this negative space that they're in. So it could be you or it could be the other person involved, Virgo, but someone has just come to the point where they have realized this is not what they want. This is not what they signed up for. They're tired of being rejected. They're tired of being put on the back burner. They're tired of, you know, having to turn their back to certain truths. They're tired of denying the truth, and they're cutting it loose. They're ready to go. They're leaving. So to answer your question, the answer to your question is a yes. But just based on the rest of these cards, I'm thinking that you must have asked something like, you know, is something over? It's not everyone else's fault, Virgo. It's yours. You are a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. So this may be you, Virgo, that was in this energy of false bravado, presenting this false face of being, knowing what you wanted and actually, oh, okay, so, and it doesn't change, but I keep staring at this King of Wands in reverse, and there was just something that just kept jumping out at me. So what this is, Virgo, is, and this is you, and I apologize in advance. I'm just reading the cards. But you may have been presenting yourself as stable, as, finally making a decision on what you wanted, where you wanted to be, what path you were on. And you may have been lying to yourself, or you may have been lying to someone else about this position that you were taking. But after a while, you can only hold this front for so long. You can only wear this mask for so long. And the problem is, Virgo, is that you had been wearing this mask thinking that you were still convincing other people of who you are, and they already see who you are. So, and they're moving accordingly to how you move. So this is a situation where it's like, you want people to move according to what you're presenting to them, and they are moving according to what they see and what they are intuitively feeling from you. And it's giving you a different result than what you expected. You thought that you were pulling the wool over people's eyes, and they see you very clearly for who you are and what you are. And they're moving accordingly. And so if you're not getting the results, or if you're not getting out of people what you're used to getting, or if you're not getting out of people what you want, and you're wondering to yourself, like, is it me? Like, is it me? Yes, it is you. It's you, Virgo. You are going to have to take the mask off and stand in your own truth. You are an adult, and judgment is something that unfortunately we all have been known to do. Pass judgment on each other, pass judgment on ourselves. But understand, you cannot be mad at anyone for seeing you who you are. If you are, and I'm just saying this as an example, I'm not saying this is actually who you are, but if you are, for instance, a master manipulator, which, the King of Wands in reverse can be that. If you are a master manipulator and you're out here running game on people, they see the game you playing, and they're not with it. They're not with it. So, because of that, you're playing this game with an expectation of thinking that you're going to get out of people what you have always gotten out of them, because your game has worked before, and it's not. And, you can run around and you can blame other people. You can say, oh, well, it's this person's fault. Well, if they had just listened to me instead of just digging into my past, if they had just, taken me for my word when I said I wasn't seeing anybody, instead of going on Facebook and seeing, shorty girl blowing me kisses and, hearting me and all this stuff, they'd have been fine. That is not, no. If you had been honest, Virgo, if you had been honest, then we'd be fine. All right? So that's Virgo. Take it how it resonates. All right, so Taurus is next. In Taurus, you did have there was a card that came out, but I hadn't asked for it, so I put it back in. So we'll see if it comes back out. All right, so Taurus, you have the Hermit, introspection. The Hermit is the ninth major arcana. In the yes, no, or maybe spectrum, it actually resonates with maybe more than anything, because it does require some internal discipline. It requires whatever you're asking about. It requires reflection. It requires discipline. It requires growth, balance, investing. Seven of Pentacles wanted to show up. Being at peace with yourself. I really, really hate the fact that while I'm going live, my screen just keeps dying. It didn't do that before. I don't know why it's doing that now, but it's getting on my nerves so bad. So bad. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to change that. Give me just 1 second, y'all. All right, so apparently I can't find it, so we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go on. All right. So, like I was saying, Taurus, you have the maybe of the Hermit. There may be some outside influences that are a bit of a distraction to you, and it's making you it's making it hard for you to see what you need to do. I'm not taking all those, but there's a Magician in the reverse. Yeah, so Taurus, you are you're needing to cut some things out. You're needing to bring some balance to your life. You may be feeling right now like you're starting to see that. You're starting to realize that you are needing to it's not about balance. It's not even about cutting people out per se. So the Three of Cups has been wanting to show its head, and it finally did. Three of Cups in reverse. You're realizing that in order for you to have what you want, there's somebody that you are currently trying to collaborate with that you may or may not necessarily need. It may be hindering your growth and your happiness. Yeah. But you're in a bit of a conflict about this. And I'll tell you, Taurus, this could be somebody within your family. It could be your partner, your spouse or whatnot. But they may be trying to sabotage you. We have the Magician in reverse with the High Priest in the upright. Which is the Hierophant in a traditional tarot deck. So they may be trying to sabotage you or manipulate you in some type of way. And this person is very good at this. They're very good at doing this. They know how to do this to you. They know how to create conflict where there doesn't need to be. And I think you're coming to a point where you're starting to see this. You're starting to realize that this person is not as good for you as you would like to believe. That was quick. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing. Get your head out of your ass pronto. Yeah, so you may be, for a while, Taurus, you may have been denying this. You may have been telling yourself, even though your instincts were telling you this was the case, you may have been trying to tell yourself that, you know, you were just being paranoid or, you know, it can't be true or whatever. But the universe is saying, get your head out of your ass, see it for what it is, and yeah, like use that sword in justice and balance this out. Cut it off if you need be, because this person knows what they're doing. They know, the magician in the reverse with the high priest, they know what they're doing, and they know how to do it very well. You don't stand a chance against this. Like, you, not to say that you aren't a formidable opponent, but you're just not standing in the same frequency that they are. So don't do it to yourself. You know, let this shit go, and let them go. You know what I'm saying? Hold on just a second. Thank you very much. I just had to check my time. All right, so moving on to Capricorn. Can I have a yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please? Yes, no, or maybe for Capricorn, please. I hope you guys can still hear me. My mic keeps sliding because I don't have a mic clip on this anymore. See if I can get that, y'all. See if I can just get it to stay up there. All right. All right, so we are on Capricorn. Can I have a yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please? Yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please. Yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please. Yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please. All right, let me try that again. That just didn't feel right. Yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please. Yes, no, maybe for Capricorn, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Capricorn, please. Yes, no, or maybe. All right, Cappies. You got the Hierophant, Taurus, the Hierophant in the upright. So the Hierophant is a maybe, I believe. But it leans more towards a yes, if I'm not mistaken. So the Hierophant, I just keep hearing stand your ground, Capricorn. So you may be in a situation where you're questioning the ethics of another person. You may be wondering if you and this person share the same principles and philosophies. Yeah. Okay. So you may also be under the impression that this person, or this person may be under the impression that you are not. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, Capricorn, so there's an imbalance here. I'm not really sure. This is definitely a partnership situation. If it does feel like an emotional connection, but it could just be, you know, a really long-term business situation. But there is another person's presence that is definitely showing up here. I don't think this is you. I think this is a person's perception of you, Capricorn. They are under the impression that you may not be as fully invested as you may have said you were, or you may be trying to make them think you are. They have thought several times about walking away, but they don't, because I think it would hurt them more, and they know this. They know that it would hurt more to walk away from you than anything else. But they're beginning to feel like they're getting to a point where they're beginning to feel like they don't have any other option. They like the opportunities for you all to grow and come together and move past whatever it is that, you know, is your hurdle, it's starting to dissipate. And this may clear, I mean, they may feel like the two of you are not philosophically or morally aligned, and that may be your biggest hurdle. So, but they don't think you, they don't think you share the same level of passion. And they don't think that you, they don't feel like you are as deep into this as they are. Like, honestly, they don't think you're into it at all. So at some point, they may have gotten the impression that you were giving more to one space than you were to another. Like maybe, you know, you were giving more to your job than you were to this relationship, or giving more to another person than you were to them. But they honestly don't feel like you are emotionally invested in this at all. But to that point, your Rebel Oracle is figure that shit out on your own. And I don't know if that's a message for you or for this energy. And this could be your energy. Maybe you are feeling like the person that you are investing in is not in it like you are. But whatever it is, Oracle is saying that there's some stuff that one or both of you brought to the table, some baggage or something that one or both of y'all brought to the table that I think you may have brought it to the table thinking that the table would fix it, you know. But what the Oracle is saying is that you need to fix it before bringing it to the table. So, you know, you need to handle your own shit. They need to handle their own shit. And then you guys can come back together. But until then, yeah. Don't look at each other to fix each other's problems. Fix it on your own. All right? All right, so next up, we're going to the fire signs. And we're going to start with Leo. Leo at 38 minutes. I thank you guys so much for bearing with me. I'm probably not going to do a lot of editing to these videos until later on this evening just because I'm tight for time. But if you do like the video, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up when you do get a chance to catch it. And yeah, please subscribe to my channel so that way, you know, you can be notified when I upload or I go live in the future. All right. All right. So Leo, first up, you got the Emperor, which is fire sign. It's actually Aries, but it's ironic. It's fire sign sovereignty. I just heard mine. Mine. Are you staking your claim on something? Now with the Emperor, this is a definite no. All right, so there may be something that you want. Yeah, there may be something that you want and the universe is like, nah, that ain't really what you want. And it's something that you really want or someone. You have the Five of Swords and the Hermit in reverse so far. And the King of Wands in the reverse. Sagittarius energy. I just hear you're fucking yourself. Take that how it resonates. But there is some level of mind games. There's some level of trickery here. It's almost like you are tricking someone into wanting you, or you're trying to convince someone that you are something that you're not. The High Priest and the Hermit in reverse. Damn, Leo, what is you doing? The Knight of Pentacles. All right, so what you got, Leo? You have got something or someone on your mind, or not even on your mind. You've got them set in your sights. This is truly you being the king of the jungle, Leo. This is you in a crouch position, ready to pounce on something or someone. But you're trying to convince them that you're not this aggressive for some reason. Like, you're trying to come off as a little, as less fervent. You know, it's like you know what you want, you are setting out a plan to go get it. You're targeting it. You are on it. But for some reason, you're trying to play this part down. You're trying to, like, make it seem like you're less assured of yourself than you are. And you may be. You may be. But your head... You got the King of Swords clarifying the King of Wands, both of which in the reverse. So what that tells me is that while you are devising a plan, you're putting head to energy, like you are putting action towards your plans. You're not doing it in the right way. You're being manipulative about it. You're being you're not utilizing what you know. You're not listening to your inner voice. You're not letting your intuition guide you. You're not seeking a higher purpose for this. This is very selfish. This is like, this is almost the energy of taking something from someone just because you can. Or, you know, or doing it simply for the sake of revenge or comeuppance. Like, almost like karma. So just to give you an example of what this kind of energy is. Let's say, for instance, you're in a relationship with somebody, or you just broke up with somebody, right? And you found out that this person is dating somebody else already. Or, you know, while you're with this person, you discover that they are maybe planning to leave you to go be with somebody else. You are not even, like, it's not even about love for you. It's like, I will keep you just to make sure that you don't go off and be successful with somebody else. I will keep you tied up and tethered and bound to me just so you can't go off and have a better connection with somebody else. It's that kind of energy. So even if we're talking about from a business aspect, you know, it could be that, you know, somebody is planning on severing ties with you from a business aspect. Maybe they want to go solo. Maybe you want to go solo. But there is a very possessive frequency here that says, you don't leave until I'm ready for you to leave, and I'm not done with you yet. So be careful with that, Leo, because I do know that is a vein that kind of runs through Leos. But it can be very toxic, and the one who suffers the most with that is you. Okay? I'm just keeping it a stat. The one that suffers the most with that is you. Your Rebel Oracle card says shame, regret, and guilt. Those are just bullshit. Forgive and let that shit go. So yeah, you may have found out something about somebody. They were, maybe they had betrayed you, or, they were planning on betraying you, or they were planning on leaving something, somehow, some way. And you are in this mode of, oh yeah, I got that ass. Don't worry, I got that ass. You won't leave until I'm good and ready for you to go. And by the time you do leave, I'm gonna have your ass running. Like you gonna be so, I'm gonna be done fucked you up so bad. You'll never try this shit with anybody else again. It's like you're trying to be the judge, jury, and executioner of something that really might be bigger than you. So don't do that, because you're gonna end up hurting yourself more than anybody in the long run, okay? All right, Aries. We are on Aries now. I will timestamp these if I have time before I leave. All right, I'm fucking hungry. I hate when my stomach gets to growling when I have my mic on, because I'd be so afraid you can hear it. All right, Aries, the Chariot is your yes, no, or maybe card. The Chariot is always a yes. It is a sign of Cancer. It is the seventh major arcana in the deck. Sevens speak to investments, long-term relationships, things of that nature. The Chariot being your yes, this is about you getting into motion, Aries. So whatever you ask for, yes, you can have it, but you're going to have to get off your butt and work for it, okay? You're going to have to get up and go get it. It's just that simple. You have the Four Cups, the Ace of Wands in reverse, both of which are in reverse, and then the Ace of Swords in the upright. So, Aries, there's something that you're holding on to, or excuse me, something that was boring you, that you had been rejecting for a long time. But I don't think you were realizing that because you were rejecting this, it was holding back your progress. So there may be somebody that you need to talk to. The reason why I say that is because you have the Ace of Swords in the upright with the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. There may be somebody that you need to talk to, or somebody who needs to talk to you. And when they come, part of this conversation, it's the entire conversation is going to be true. It's going to be honest. It's going to be very heartfelt and deep. And somewhere in this conversation, there may be an offer made. I don't know if it'll be made by you or if it'll be made by that person. But this is going to be a long conversation. It's going to be drawn out. It's going to go on for a while. But at the end of it, by the time it's all said and done, there will be some kind of offer made. There will be some type of token or truce or forgiveness offered. This is, you want this, but you've got to let go of this resentment. You've got to, there's some level of resentment that you have here, Aries. You have the Three of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Four of Cups in reverse. There is a level of resentment that you have for this person for moving on, or for, I'm hearing acting like they could do better. You don't appreciate that. You don't appreciate them treating you like they could do better. You may have tried to work on a new beginning with this person. You may have tried to start something. It may have been how you went about it. You may have tried to entice them with some type of like physical offer, if you know what I mean, and see if that could bring them back into collaboration with you. This is saying get out of your stuck energy though. Like, maybe even stop trying to convince this person. Yeah, or stop trying to convince yourself even that this is worth working on. Maybe that's the truth that you eventually come to. And maybe that's the truth that you eventually tell them, is that, you know, you realize that you need to make better fucking choices, you know. You may start to come to realize that you have more power in this and more control in your life than you have thus far. And universe is saying, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to move forward. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And if you're waiting for a sign, well, here it fucking is. What the hell are you waiting for? Get that shit done. I'm hearing stop sulking. Get up and move. Get away from whatever this is. Just move on from it. Move on from it. All right? All right. So, of course, after Aries, we got Sag. Sagittarius. Give you 53. All right, Sagittarius, what we got for you? This shit's really getting on my nerves. I literally have to tap my screen every 3 seconds. This shit's ridiculous. I can't ever just do this shit and be done. Like, it's always got to be some kind of technical difficulty with my ass. Okay, Sagittarius, you have the Empress in the upright. This is a yes. Somebody's pushing you. Somebody's pushing you. Yeah. Oh, there you go again. There you go again, King of Wands. This is, okay. This might be about you. The Magician. And Judgment. 4 of Pentacles. All right. So, Sagittarius. There is something you have your sights set on. You're very clear-headed about this. You know what you want. It could have something to do with your creative process. It could have something to do with whatever you make or create. I know I just sounded really redundant when I said that. But you're trying to manifest something. Excuse me. You're trying to manifest something, Sagittarius. And this is something that you very clearly want. This is something that you, it's like, once you made your mind up about it, almost tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. Oh, wow. Sagittarius. Wow. All right. So, Temperance in the upright. the Star in the upright, Justice in the upright. So, and the Eight of Swords in the upright. So you may need to communicate this decision to somebody, possibly, I don't know why I'm hearing parent or someone who's older, more mature to you. You've made a decision on what you want, where you want to go, what you want to manifest. You are devising a plan for that. You're being very patient, or at least you're trying to be. You are definitely manifesting what you want, like your largest hopes and desires, because you have the magician clarified by the Star. But the problem is that you may be feeling a little trapped. You may feel like someone else has been making plans for you that you are obligated, or maybe there's a path or some type of responsibility that you have, some type of responsibility that has got you bound, and you're thinking that you may not be able to pursue what you want, or you're concerned that you may not be able to pursue what you want because of these other obligations, because of these other decisions that are not really possibly in your control. Your Rebel Oracle says, fuck fear. It will lie to your face. So you need to communicate something, Sagittarius. You need to set yourself free. See, this Eight of Swords, I don't know if you can see that clearly. There are 8 swords around her, but there's one sword in front of her that kind of stands alone. That is the Ace of Swords. That's the sword of truth and clarity and communication. So, Sagittarius, you need to speak your truth. You have made all these decisions about everything else that you're doing. You know what you want. You know where you want to go. You know what you want to do. You just need to vocalize it. And really put that final stamp on it. And there's something that makes you nervous about doing this. There's something that keeps you bound to keeping this quiet and within yourself. But the universe is saying you don't have anything to fear. Fuck fear. And it may surprise you when you do speak your truth. The response and the reaction that you get may legitimately surprise you. So, fuck fear. I just like saying that. All right, next up we got Scorpio. Let's see what we got for the Scorpios. We're almost done, y'all. We got 2 more left and then we're out of here. All right, Scorpio, you got the Hermit, introspection, soul searching. This is a maybe. You need to do a little bit more reflection. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups. You may be considering something, the value of something, your investment in something, your fervency with putting in work on something. I'm getting the feeling, yeah, like you're trying to, well, you were trying to make a decision. You were trying to weigh out your pros and cons. I think you've already done that. Yeah, there's that 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I think you've already done that to a certain extent. It's kind of like, as you continue to write out the list of pros and cons, you can very clearly see which one is outweighing the other one. Like it's starting to become very apparent and very clear to you. Yeah. It's becoming very clear to you that you may need to take control of a situation if you wanted to. I was going to say if you wanted to benefit you, but that's not it. You need to take control of a situation if you want the outcome that you seek. So if you are, so if you are expecting, Scorpio, for this thing to blossom into a full-blown, love affair, if that's what it is, if you are looking at new beginnings at something, that's interesting. You may be, Scorpio, contemplating on starting something new somewhere else, a new relationship, possibly with a fire sign. But like I said, I don't really go too far into signs when I do daily messages. You have come to the conclusion that in order for something to work, both people have to collaborate. Both people have to be willing to work together. I'm also getting a secondary, just kind of like a through line about the Holy Trinity. Some of you may be very religious. Specifically, you may also be in a committed relationship where the third person in your relationship is supposed to be God. But it's not, but there is potentially someone else who is influencing your decision on this. There's something that is over. You know it's over. You know it's done. But you won't set yourself free. You continue to bind yourself to this, Scorpio. But this is like beating a dead horse. But I think this is where the control for the new beginning comes in, because I think you're telling yourself that the way things have been going, they can't continue that way. You may have been trying to get someone else to take the lead. You may have been trying to get someone else to be proactive about having this new beginning, and you're just coming to the conclusion now where you're just like, you know what, if I want something done right, quote unquote, I got to do it myself. And this will lead you to your new beginning. This will lead you to your new passion, your new happiness. But the problem is it may not be with this old person. So let's see what your Rebel Oracle says. As I'm shuffling, I just see don't fucking force it and take a fucking trip. Okay. Your body is pissed at you. Get the fuck outside and move your ass. So some of you may be feeling a little bit depressed. Some of you may have kind of gotten lost in your own thoughts, kind of, just kind of sat in one position, stayed stagnant for a little too long. You're starting to turn on yourself. You can only be in a position, whether it be physical, philosophical, emotional, spiritual, or mental, you can only be in a space for so long before even if it starts off as a benefit to you, it ultimately becomes a detriment to your balance, okay? All things in moderation, Scorpio. So if you've been in this place of, deep introspection or guilt or anything, it doesn't matter. Whatever space you have been in, you need to come up out of that. You need to come up out of that, go outside, get some fresh air, maybe take a walk, gain a new perspective on things, clear your head. And then once you do that, I think the decision will just be even clearer for you than it is now. I think right now the decision is clear for you, but it's coming from a different place. It's coming from, or it's being accompanied by fears and of guilt and maybe a little bit of hesitation. But I think once you get outside, you change, you adjust your perspective, you can gain a new perspective on something. Then what ultimately happens is you still have the same decision. You just feel a little better about it. You know what I mean? Like you now know it's going to be okay. All right. All right. So moving on, we got Pisces up next. All right. And I just need a yes or no or maybe for Pisces, please. Yes, no, or maybe for Pisces, please. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. The moon, Cancer, concealment. So Pisces, are you hiding something? So I'll tell you the moon is a no. But the reason for that, Pisces. Oh, this is going to be clear and to the point. Okay, Pisces. So this is definitely about your love life. Are you, you got your sights set on somebody, but you're not talking about it. You may be concerned that this person may have or may not be in a place where you would be their only choice. There may be some competition. It may be some jealousy with this. You may feel like if you step up and you display your emotions, this might cause some conflict. If you speak the truth, conflict. So here's the deal. You or somebody else, Pisces, wants to make you an offer or wants to make an offer, okay? They're doing a lot of homework. They're thinking long and hard, and they're taking their time about assessing if this is the right way to go. Because while there are feelings there, whether it be yours or theirs, Pisces, which I do have the Queen of Cups here, and I say that's you. I will say this, your head and your heart are on the same page. So that's one good thing about it. It's almost like you know that this person is for you, but there's some other shit going on. There's like, whether it be from your side or their side, there's some other shit going on. You may be married, they may be married, you may be dating somebody else, they may be dating somebody else, but whatever it is, you know that by speaking on this, by making this offer, you will create, there will be chaos, there will be havoc wreaked, there will be broken hearts, there will be some trust issues. So it's almost like, it's almost like forbidden fruit in a way. You know, this person could be your significant other's best friend, or you might be this person's significant other's best friend, but whatever it is, it's very clear and the understanding is very real that this just ain't, we should not be doing this. We should not be doing this. But the thing is that the passion, the love, the feelings are so deep. Eventually there will be an offer made. I don't know if it's going to be by you or that person, but eventually there will be an offer made. And I think when this offer is made, you're not going to have any problem speaking your truth, Pisces, regardless of what happens. Says get some fucking sleep. You're being an ass because you're fucking tired. Face to pillow now. You're thinking too much about this, Pisces. You're really overthinking this entirely too much. I think the biggest thing, the greatest thing that you could do right now, Pisces, is just relax. Relax, chill out, and just let nature take its course. You know? Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. If the culmination or if the reveal of this love creates conflict, so be it. But right now, you're not going to speak on it, so we don't really even have to worry about that. You know, so if your question was, or if you were wondering about something, it's a no, but it's a no for now, and it's a no because just the timing isn't right. You know, everything else is there. The love is there, the passion is there, but the timing is off. So yeah, that's a no. All right. All right, last one, Cancer. And Cancer, you are coming in at, do 71 even. And I am going to go ahead and do a bonus Gemini because I have all the other ones on here. And then it'll just be easier to have all of them on here. All right. All right. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I need you. I need you. I need you. I need you. All right. Cancer, you have the Magician, which is a definite yes. You all right. Cancer, you have everything that you need. That's the first thing. You have absolutely everything that you need. You do not, you have healed from something that was probably very hurtful. Definitely working on your abundance, working on self-regulation, maintaining control over a situation. You're not really interested in... You're not really interested in letting anybody else in right now. Looks like you may have at one point been working with some other people, or, you know, working with at least one or two other people in a collaborative sense. I feel like this is definitely about your productivity, your work ethic. And you may have found yourself dealing with or trying to deal with other people, and it just didn't work out. But you've been patient. You've been humble. You have been trying to stay in touch with your feelings while it's like you've had your head in the cloud, but you also had your feet on the ground, and you have been kind of keeping an eye or keeping a check on your emotions as to not disrupt this abundance that you are trying to acquire. It's like you understand, Cancer, that you have to be on a certain frequency in order to manifest certain things, and you're working on that. You're trying to do that, and so for that reason, you're not really inclined to have a lot to offer to other people right now. You know, you are you're kind of just making sure that all of your pinnacles are intact and all of your resources are there before you can go out here and try to show somebody else what to do or how to do it or how to move. You're just, you know, you're really focused right now, Cancer, on just being the best version of yourself you can be. And I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome. Yeah. Go see some shit. Do some new things. Talk to people cooler than you. Take a fucking trip. So Cancer, you may be making some some travel plans right now. You may be, you may also get invited to collaborate with some other people. Maybe go on a seminar, convention, something of that matter. But you may not be so quick to accept this offer, only because your last collaborative attempt, excuse me, your last collaborative attempt probably didn't go so well. So you're probably still a little hesitant for now to go back into the space of working with other people. But give yourself a little bit of time. I think that'll subside. And I think that ultimately you will see that you can only get so far working by yourself. And once you do the inner work, and once you find your balance, you're going to be ready to get back out there and start mingling and meeting and working and networking with other people. And I feel like that's what you do anyway, Cancer. You network. All right. All right, so here we are. This is the bonus reading. I am going to leave the original video up, for anybody who wants to check it out, maybe compare the pulls. But because I do have time and because we're here, I am going to just go ahead and do Gemini's over on here. And that'll actually be the last sign because Libra, I started with you on this video. And I do apologize that it was cut off. Okay. Once again, the Hermits. So that's all we got, huh? We just got a bunch of people just soul searching. That's cool. That's cool. I can deal with that. So Gemini, you also have the Hermit, which is a yes, but you do have to find your way. I see that. You have to, I'm hearing find your path and stick to it. Eight of Wands in reverse. Sorry about that. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Queen of Cups in reverse. All right, Gems. So this is a little different from your earlier message. Your earlier message, I think, was more about business. This is definitely about your personal affairs. You have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. You have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. There was a point that you may have been waiting on communication from someone. You may have been expecting for them to come back to you. I don't know why that just came out my mouth. I don't even know where that came from because there's nothing here that says that. But you are letting that go. Yeah, you were waiting on a message of stability. That's why it came out. That's why the fuck it came out. I felt it. So you were waiting on a message of stability. You were waiting on possibly a reconciliation with somebody. But you have now let that go. Like that's no longer your vision. It's no longer your desire, because you realize it's not in your control. It may have been your choice. You may have walked away from someone. You may have let somebody go, because the Lovers is a major arcana for Gemini in reverse. You may have let somebody go to move on to something more calmer, to regain some type of stability. But ultimately, you understood that this was something that the two of you either had to work on together to make it stable, or you had to both mutually agree to let it go. And so obviously that never happens. It very rarely happens in real life relationships where two people look at each other and mutually in the same moment agree to dissolve their relationship. But I think this is you coming to terms with the fact that you are not going to get what you wanted, or you're not going to end up with who you wanted. It does make you a little emotionally unstable at times, but I think you're getting over that. I think you're you're taking a step back and you're trying to evaluate your emotions and keep them in perspective. So, you know, you still have a certain amount of love for this person. You still hold a certain amount of emotion for this person. It's just not as large as it was before. It's not as overwhelming and encompassing as it was before. All right. You are giving too many fucks. Give 0. So yeah, Gemini, you're caring too much about this situation. You have been studying and dissecting and analyzing, and trust and believe, as a Gemini, I know for a fact that is what we do. You have been hashing this situation out over and over and over in your head. You've gone over it a million times. You've tried to, you know, figure out where your you tried to figure out, you know, where you went wrong, where they went wrong. You have replayed certain portions of the relationship, thinking, okay, maybe this time if I look at it from this angle, listen, let that shit go. Okay? That person, whoever it is, I can assure you, they are not putting as much thought into it as you are right now. So just let it go. Let it go. All right? All right, y'all. I love you. I'm getting up out of here. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the final video edits on this video probably later on this evening once I get situated. I just wanted to go ahead and get this out here for you so that way you would have it. If you do like the video, if you like what you hear, if any of it resonated with you, please feel free to leave a thumbs up for me. If you want to be notified when I go live or when I post future videos, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the notification button, the little bell on the side of your description. And other than that, I thank you. Happy hump day. Peace, love, and light to every last one of you. And we'll do it again another day.